the bus can see it, you'll see it on the right side of the bus going down. This comes under the heading of some things never change. That's not a natural breakwater. It was built. Out of all the wealthy industrialists that used to come here, J.P. Morgan never owned his own home. He used to come on his yacht. And the poor boy got upset that the wind and the tides were rocking his boat. So he put in a call to the Army Corps of Engineers and had them build that breakwater just for him. It bears his name. It's called the J.P. Morgan Breakwater. So you'll see it on the way down, or when we get to the top. So some things never change. The 1% have always been the 1%, and the rest of us have always been us. But frankly, I'd much rather hang around with you guys. Frank, you have your eyes open? No. It's uncanny how he can do this with his eyes closed. So you're going to see glacial striations on the top of the mountain. Those are grooves in the granite caused by the glacier dragging other rocks across the face. And they run north to south. That was the direction of the glacier up here. You'll also see what we call erratics. No, I'm not talking about me and Frank. An erratic is a rock carried by the glacier from somewhere else left behind when the glacier retreated. When we get to the top of the mountain on our way up, you'll see a big gray rock sitting on top of pink granite. That's an erratic. Also, the colors just in the last couple of days have really started to come out, so the overview is going to be magnificent. Coming up on the right, this is our first overview of Eagle Lake. One of Rockefeller's carriage roads goes completely around this lake at about 6.3 miles. Now, if you were to come back here in the winter when that lake was frozen, you would see a lot of shacks out on the lake. Do you know what that is?
Ice fishing.
That's not correct. We don't call that ice fishing up here, dear. We call it ice drinking, because the guys in those shacks are more concerned with the tip up in their left hand than they are with the tip up out on the ice. They're just drinking.
Take a jacket, a little house out there and drink.
I know for a fact that over the years there have been some high-stakes card games in some of those so-called ice fishing shacks.
Do you do ice fishing?
I don't.
How do they keep it warm?
They have wood stoves in their shacks, a lot of them. And they drink. Get cold, have another drink.
Keeps you warm. This is all granite.
This is all pink granite. When we get to the top of the mountain, you'll see the whole mountain's made out of it. If you look out to the left, 100-mile plus views. That hill directly to our left is called Blue Hill. It is about a 45-minute drive from here, and it's called Blue Hill because it is covered in wild blueberries. Maine is one of the largest producers of wild blueberries in the United States. A few weeks ago, when it was blueberry harvest time, several of the buses I got up here, people could care less about the views. They were picking blueberries in the blueberry patches on top of the mountain.
Really?
What's the novelties about?
There's the breakwater. You get a better view of it now.
Oh, where's that?
Now, if you look out to the right, you'll see the evidence of the glacier I was talking about. You see those grooves cut in the granite. You see that gray rock out there. You'll see other gray rocks sitting on top of the pink granite. Those were carried by the glacier from who knows where and left behind 12,000 years ago when the glacier retreated. So just a little warning. I don't know. I'm getting the idea everybody on the bus gets along. But there was a Dateline NBC several years ago, and it was about a story that happened right here on Cadillac Mountain. There was a newlywed couple up here, and the woman fell off the mountain to her death. And they initially ruled it an accident until they investigated the husband and found he had 3 other wives that died under similar circumstances. They eventually charged him. I don't know how the trial turned out, but I'm just saying, you seem like an amicable crowd, so I don't think any of you have to worry about it. I heard an evil miles of coastline. It would take you months to explore all of our coastline. And you're going to get a view of it in just a moment out the right side of the bus. And this is typical of what the coast of Maine looks like. And here's our view. You can look out, you'll see all of our outer islands right here.
Oh, yeah.
We have virtually thousands of islands on our coast. When we go around this next corner, if you were to try to count just the islands you could see, you would count 40 or 50. Now, it's clear enough today, if you look out to those islands, you'll see that some of those outer islands have houses on them. A lot of our outer islands are inhabited year-round by masochists. Only way on and off those islands is by boat. Every winter, we will have periods of weather so severe that there is no getting on and off those islands. But the people that live on our outer islands would live nowhere else. They love their island living. So when we get to the top of the mountain, once everybody's off the bus, we'll have about 15 minutes up there. I will give you a time to be back at the bus. We do it a little different on top of Cadillac. If there are any stragglers getting back to the bus, we'll take a vote. There's another evil laugh back there. The same evil laugher. It's not the Bronx guy, is it? So we're going to be parking on the left side of the road. I'll point that out to you. Across the road from us, on the right, there are restrooms. There's also a gift shop. We're going to be parking behind that bus on the left. The restroom and gift shop are across the road to the right. It's a two-way road. Please be careful if you cross the road.
Another one.
Now, a good reason to go into the gift shop, if you have a National Park passport and you'd like it stamped with the Cadillac Mountain stamp,
Yeah.
you can do that in there.